Yo, what's good? It's your boy Katie, man. Welcome back to the On the Way podcast where we help men optimize your life and achieve greatness. Make sure you guys go and follow us on all social media platforms above my head and turn on all your post notifications and share the show.
Yeah, man. Share the show. Listen, if you're a man, bro, you ready to dominate your potential, bro, start winning that life. Make sure you click that link in the description and join his Optimize, okay? It's the optimal community for all men from all walks of life. In the community, we teach men how to excel in top 5 asset classes of man. That's time, mind, health, relationships, and wealth, all right? It's literally going to be your blueprint to make sure you checking all the boxes and you ain't out here half stepping. All right, cool. Today we got questions from the audience. We want to answer. So yeah, let's get into it. We got.
All right, so the first question is going to be what promoted y'all to start the TLW podcast?
It's a great question. What promoted us to start the podcast? Honestly, through time and experience, and obviously, optimize as a man over time. You know, just being yourself, learning different things, and experiencing different things. Like obviously, optimizing your time, health, wealth, relationships, and your mindset. So, with that just being said, like just through time and experience, man, hitting those points, and we just ran with it. And so we came up with the On the Way podcast to help you guys as men, like you know, hit those 5 categories as well. So you can understand what we're saying.
Yeah, and to kind of add on top of that is more so just through our own time and experiences of getting to where we are now. We paid attention to the fact that a lot of these areas we needed in order to
As
be
men.
who we are and get to where we're going.
Yeah.
And like, not only did we need them, we actually went through the motions of putting in the work in those areas to get to where we are at.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, it took us some time to come up with the whole time, mind, health. But when you start paying attention to your life as a whole and looking at everybody else and where you at, where you trying to go, those are the key areas that we peep. Like you really gotta be
You need
crushing
that.
it over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why we. And on top of that too, once you go through all that kind of stuff in your own personal life, and you get through your own challenges and obstacles, it's people behind you that's trying to get to where you going or where they want to be, and it's always great to be able to step back and help other people get through their own stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Okay, cool. So, my next question for you guys would be where do you see TLW being in the next year or two?
Where do we see us being the next year or two? Obviously, realistically, just showing the people what's possible for as men and women as in general. This is just not a specific role we're trying to play here. This for both parties, but specifically we're targeting men, obviously. But we really just want to clear the path for men to keep advancing future generation and for better outcomes. Be better leaders, for not only that yourself, but for others that are around you. So you can keep providing that leadership. So, gain that wisdom knowledge from each other.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we also, gonna operate as like a TLW is gonna be like an umbrella platform for the other industries we got our hands into, and the ones we plan on getting into. We've been trading for what 5
About
years
5 years,
now.
yeah.
So we've been doing that for the past 5 years. Been in the gym since the military, but we'll say past 4.5, a little over 4 years. What else? Yeah, and I mean, we want to do a lot of other things. A lot of networking, a lot of other type of opportunities we could possibly get ourselves into through doing this. But
Yeah.
I think the biggest main focus is helping our counterparts get to that place of where everybody is living that, that greatest life that they could possibly live through themselves, whatever the case may be. So, but yeah, next year or two, yeah. I think this next year gonna go by real fast. The pace for sure gonna pick up. So
Yeah, and to kind of piggyback off what you said, man, we just got there's just an umbrella for the platform what we provide for the people. So I just feel like, man, if you got to show the people what's possible, you got to be the result, right? So if you got to be the result, obviously you got to been went through what it is that you're going through, so the people can understand what it is that you're relaying to the people. So I feel like as you optimize as a man over time through experience, obviously you can provide the type of value for them, so they can see what it means to be prime man and be fully optimal. So I'm just, happy to be here, man. Happy to be on this show so we can help you guys optimize a man, and hopefully you guys could find value in what we're preaching, and so you can pass on the show, and hopefully we can did a good deed for you guys.
Damn, man.
Optimize like Optimus Prime, goddamn.
Yeah. Another thing that pushed us to just start the podcast is because, like, man, we got a lot of experience. I think at an early age, we both only 27, but I done
27.
been to the military. I done worked like 3, 4 different jobs. I done been to a couple places in the country, out the country. And you start to really pay attention. I pay a lot of attention to men. Not saying I pay attention to men, but I look at men on a grand scheme, and I see so many areas where it's like, damn, like, man, people just really just falling off. So like the whole, and I ain't gonna get into it, but the whole topic where people in life now say, men are weak, or this generation of men are weak. I see why they saying it. I see the areas men are slacking and lacking in, and I mean that kind of rolls into another question that I know we got coming up later, but we'll throw it in there. But yeah, I can see where a lot of men are just losing out at life, and I mean I'm gonna say a big part of it is not because of them, it's just because of the lack of preparation they haven't been through, haven't experienced. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I think this podcast could really help a lot of people, not just men. But if you tune in and really listen and take notes and apply, you can definitely see some things in your personal life change on a dramatic speed. So yeah.
Yeah, man. I just want to pick up on what you said, man. About the military. I think the next best thing for having a father figure is the military, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, I want to talk about the fathers. That's why you got to have a great role model. What if that's this your biological father, or they're just somebody that you look up to as a role model as far as playing that characteristic of being a leader in your life? So obviously, like having that role model as your dad, you look up to him like he doing things you want to do. He's showing you different things, showing you characteristics of being a man, how to take care of family, how to take care of yourself, how to provide, how to lead, things of that nature. But now, what I will say is that aside from that, the best thing that could have ever happened to me was joining the military. Cause obviously, like they show you when you come in there that this what you got to do in order to be a man and dominate. Cause that's what this all it is. Man here to dominate and show the people what's possible. And obviously lead the family, lead the pack, show them what's possible, provide, protect, love them, and cherish them. So, man, the Army did a lot of great things for me, man, and I'm just happy to say, like, I'm glad that I experienced that myself, obviously from having my father. So, and I gained a lot of experience, a lot of wisdom, learned a lot, did a lot. It could have been one of the best things that ever happened. So I always do acknowledge and pass it on to other men. Like, if you didn't have that type of role in your family, that role model, that leader, I say go to the military because, I mean, you go learn a lot of great things about yourself and about people and how to look at life overall as an outlook.